Well, it looks like a whole bunch of stuff. Let me turn this around here. It looks like a whole bunch of stuff is changing. Will this even turn? Hang on. Okay, so I hooked it up last night. It was like 5 o'clock, and I didn't even mess with it. I was like, well, that freaking thing. So I've got an idea, and I'm getting a haircut this weekend, I guarantee it. So we're going to take the dash out. We're going to take it back out. I'm going to put the XL dash back in it. I ran through this with the lift gate, and what's going to be hilarious, and if we hook that up and that OBD plug does not have power with the old dash back in it, let's see what happens, because these 6.4s, they get, when we start switching stuff around now, obviously I don't know the absolute answer to how to do like a heart surgeon will connect this one to this one and that one to that one. And I mean, I'm kind of just shoving it in the hole and shoving my foot on top of it. I mean, not really. I mean, okay, this is the second one, right? But the first one isn't good either. It's not. Mainly because I just, the cluster and the harness is where I'm at. I mean, so rather than going and cobbling anything apart, I'm not tearing anything apart. Look, that dash is right up there. It's right there. There it is right there. It's just, to make everything reusable in the future, we're just going to take the entire dash off the truck. I'm not going to worry about the radio. The only thing I do have is, we need a better backup camera wire. That's what we need. I don't know anything about RCA wires or where to get good ones or what it is, but it'd be really cool to have some, but we're late. We're behind the 8 ball. To have some wire like this, right here, like this, for an RCA. That's what I got for the HDMI that runs crap. But, obviously behind the 8 ball and a lot of this stuff, things come up in hindsight that we should have thought about, because we've had the truck for it's getting mail here now, so, it's, I think, I like this truck. This truck's freaking, I like it. There keeps coming up things that we need to do. Like I can't find the metal clips to go on the front. Let's look. I can't find them. I don't have any of them harnesses, and I don't think, Julie, you're gonna have to double check. Hang on. Okay, this right here, I can't find the metal clips. I thought I had some old harnesses, which ideally, I would like to have, which I might I don't know. Right now what I'm planning is it's going to have to sit right there. But, a lot of this stuff, when things are missing, it bugs me. I don't like it. But we're still looking. We're not done yet. So we did go ahead and tune it. It accepted the tune. Now that's what's so crazy about this, is it accepted the tune from the X4, and it took the tune off of the other tuner. Now I don't know anything about the other one, but it's as far as what it told me, it accepted the stock, probably the delete tune. It accepted the delete tune out of this truck. So that tuner should be good to go for another truck. Should be. But this one, it accepted the tune. I have not tried to start it yet. We was thinking, I'm sitting here debating right now if I even want to try to start it now, or if I want to go ahead and put the old dash back in it, and before I even touch it, because when these things start talking to each other, if they get VIN mismatch codes, it's pain in the freaking butt to get them to sync back up again. Because you program, and you hope, you hope everything works out. So right now, I really do think I'm going to go ahead. It's going to kill our time. Our time schedule's gone anyways. At the end of the day, I want to be able to turn the key in this thing, jump in, grab a gear, and it actually, the functions work, the brake controller work. That would be nice. So if it costs us a little bit of extra time right now to try to make everything good, this might have been a spot where we tried to jump in and change too much without, at least, because we got a fresh engine in here too. It's this balanced ceramic coated engine too. So we're trying multiple things. It's going to be a drag to start building oil pressure and get it ready to fire, and then we find out that the instrument cluster, or who knows, just to find out whatever could go wrong at that point. I don't really want to do that. So for the life of it, I think we'll do the break-in drive. We'll purge all the fuel. I'll get it driving and going with the old dash in it. And then we'll come back once the engine's got at least oil pressurized, pressure lube is what I guess what you could call it. Once it's pressure bled, or whatever you want to say, then I feel a lot better with it sitting here. Because right now it's all still lubricated up. It has not built pressure yet, so I'd like to get it built pressure. So that might be what I'm considering. Because I mean, a dash is not that hard to change. I mean, I say that, but I mean, there's put some bolts in it. Don't break the windshield. Don't break the windshield. That's the hardest one. Don't break the windshield. I mean, honestly, everything else is easy. When don't break the plugs. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. This is not even tight. See it? I actually just set it on there just so that it could sit there. But yeah, it's during construction time. This is not something that we want out. So this is going to go back in the box, and I might even just hand thread in the old wheel. That way, when I lay it down, it can It makes it easier to move in the store and all that, because I've already put some of the panels on over there, so it's going to have to be taken care of, you know. So, but that's where we're at. We're going to go ahead and yank the dash, and I mean, we're just P's and Q's and what do they call it, I's and T's and crossing, yeah, all that stuff. We're just making sure, hopefully, doing what we can, because I don't want to get in some crap storm of stuff where we're at. That's basically where we're at right now. I mean, it did the exact same thing the liftgate did. The power control signal wire that goes to the four-wheel drive module is on a different pin on here. Now, I can jump it and make this come on, but it will not let it communicate to all the other modules. It will communicate to the PCM easy, but this does not have infrastructure to communicate only to the PCM. This communicates through the cluster and the electric module and all that. This communicates through all that. So that's why the X4 works. The X4 will work right now because the X4 does not give a dang about what the cluster's doing or what the electric module's doing. It doesn't care. It goes straight to the PCM and shoots it. So that's why the X4 and the other programmers work. I mean, that's my opinion. Okay, that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it because now I've tested that freaking thing twice. Moral of the story is you gotta with that the harness is different. Once you step up from the XL grade of a truck, it's a different dash harness, and the communication wires are in different places. So, yep. But maybe we'll figure this crap out. All right, guys, that's it. Let's see what happens. I mean, right now I'm gonna go ahead and return to stock. Let's return to stock real quick and get this thing going. See, it will work. I mean, it'll work. It'll go all the way through. So, you know, it's not a... I mean, I believe it'll start with that cluster in it. I think. Now, the liftgate did not. I haven't even tried to bump the starter yet, honestly, because I think, from what I've seen, all right, we're going to download a tune, put it back to stock, because I don't want to mess with the tuning on it when we're changing stuff. Because this is how it was when I put the tune in it. So we're going to do that, put it back to stock. Then we'll take the dash out, put the old dash back in it. Quite frankly, I might even put that tune that, well, no, I'm going to go ahead and put this one back in it with it on there. And then hopefully with the old dash back in it, IDS will power up. I'll throw this tune back in it. IDS will power up. I'll go to instrument cluster, module installation. Hopefully get the Lariat cluster to be accepted. Hopefully turn on the shift on the fly. Imagine this, if we can turn on the shift on the fly, and he's got a floor shifter, we'd have to add the vacuum lines. You've got the knuckles for it. Darian put a set of vacuum lines on a truck a month ago. Basically, I think we have the wiring for the pulse vacuum hub. I think we could actually add the pulse vacuum hub to it. Now, a lot of people bang on it because it's not very reliable, but it does work. I mean, sometimes, you know, especially if it's all good and all new, it works. And then you shift the floor shifter. That would put you in four-wheel drive, and then you would hit the dash, the four-wheel drive on the dash, and it would lock the hubs in. It would, I mean, you know, worst case, the dash button doesn't work, and you get out and you lock the hubs in manually. Worst case. But the thing is, we put the dash in it, and it has all the wiring for it, so why don't we, you know, try to make it happen. Yeah, I just got it back to stock, and actually it took so long I got sidetracked. Let's double check and make sure, because that's before where that happens. Damn steering shaft. Julie?
What?
You know, last night I did say I was just... Here, let me record this. I mean, there's no way past the firewall that the harness is different, because, I mean, we had the harness for the fog lights, for the ambient temp sensor, for the brake controller, for the master cylinder. I mean, we had all those wires. So the thing I'm thinking about right now is if we change the dash and we get it to communicate, and then I mean, you won't be able to hook to it at a dealer. You won't be able to, because the dealer won't be able to. I mean, the X4 will communicate, but I bet you it won't pull data. Well, it might. Yeah, actually, the X4, because it pulled straight from the PCM. Well, I mean, obviously it doesn't. That's why. Look, I'm thinking out loud now, but it's true. That's why the X4 won't read ABS codes. It won't read four-wheel drive codes, because it doesn't talk to them. It doesn't go over there. I mean, it's just that they go straight to the PCM. That's the channel. So right now, the truck is looking for the input from whatever channel the two-wheel or the XL dash sends to it. So I don't know if it's a different channel in a PCM. You know, if we need a PCM out of that truck to do programmable module installation, maybe play with it a little here and there and get it to communicate with each other. The thing we've got now that I know will work is no PATs. Now, whether or not you want PATs, I mean, it might open a whole other crap storm of stuff, but we'd have to reprogram it and turn PATs on, which a lot of that stuff you get deep down into it, and it's real easy to, like, I mean, you blank the PCM, which is fine, then you got to reprogram it back out, and then maybe I'm not smart enough to do it. I don't know, but I know 6.4 when it comes to programming, to changing modules out, it's a tough little gig. So I guess we're getting geared up. We're gonna go ahead and fire it up. Let's just see what happens. I'm not gonna change the dash yet. I was debating on what the chances are. I mean, it might be 50-50 that when I bump the key, that it'll actually send the signal and bump the starter. If it does that, then it's already cycling the VGT, so everything appears to be working. But if it bumps that starter, then we should be good. But if I hit that thing and there's no crank, we're gonna be sad. If it fires up, I'm gonna hope that everything's all good and it can run along, and that's at least purge. Oh, where are you going? At least purge a little bit of the fuel out of it. Maybe it'll crank up fast. It'll crank fire faster. Oh, we're still changing the dash. I mean, we're gonna have to. I mean, I don't see any other option where we can't change the dash.
Like a time feed of the video.
Tanner's. I'm actually I'm messing up. Okay, he's gonna cut him out now, because when I go up there and do that, you don't want that on. So he's gonna cut it out. So if the truck chucks a part out of it, you'll see it in real life. And I think we're gonna name this Cool Racing. Okay. I just okay. If this thing fires up, we're gonna have a pretty good afternoon. If I hit that, bump that starter, and that thing does not even crank. Hey, you checking the oil? All right. What time is it? 10:30. You got all hands on deck. Everybody's gonna be checking everything. Get the creeper ready. Get the top sector ready. Get everything climb up here. I want to check for leaks. Look for oil leaks. Look for. Why is that thing not plugged in? What is down here? Oh hell, that's my damn computer. Here. Oh hell, what the dude cares? Okay, you're gonna have to edit all that out. Key out to this thing. Key over there. Right there. I mean, hooking to it ain't gonna do nothing. Give me that X4. Okay, put that on charge to 1.19. Let's see. Or no, it's this 6.4. Radio works. You got the AC machine ready to go? Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, low. It's low. 0.77. All right, here we go. We're gonna see if it. Let's see what the X4 can turn to, because I know the IDS won't even connect. Let's see what happens. Trailer brake module, all those. Oh, let's see. I guess you can pause it. No, you're not charging yet, are you?
Huh?
No, I didn't want to hit the go button until I actually started.
Then you charge it first and then you start.
Yeah, but I wanted to, this is a fresh engine. No, you always hit the go button while it's warming up and let it charge while it's going, but it'll be all right. All right, here we go. I mean, it doesn't watch any fuel. You can't watch any fuel. We can't see any of that. That's a drag. The X4 won't do it. So let's see if it bumps. You ready? And make sure it's in neutral to roll over us. Here we go. Crank! What was that?
What?
What'd you just do?
I didn't do nothing.
Oh no? Yeah, keep checking the oil. Keep checking everything. I'm not sure if I let off on the key or if it just stopped cranking.
Oh yeah, I didn't stop. I didn't stop.
I might have let off on the key. It didn't crank enough to pump any oil, really, though. We don't have any oil pressure that we can look at. Which it just does. Let's see, you ready? Yep, it did. It did. It cut off. Okay, so that we probably need to put the tune back in it. I never had to do that before. It quit cranking while I was cranking and just stopped. Well, let's go back to let's see what all through in the PCM. 402E. Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, all the EGR. Hey, we don't have. Hey, why don't you plug in the mass airflow sensor?
You need the rest of the block.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and put the tune on it. I mean, it should have cranked all the way through and at least fired one time. Maybe it just gave it time out enough. From when it first started cranking, the timer probably started. And when I started cranking, it already sensed that
Oh, it is.
the EGTs are at 1400 degrees underneath the truck. That's what it was thinking right there. That's why it killed it. I mean, and I don't think the X4 will clear those codes out. I don't think. Well, let's see. I don't think they will. Which means where we're at right now, I'm glad we videoed it, because where we're at right now, clear command sent, turn key off. Okay, let's see. Turn the key on, let's see what came back. Everything. Yep, same stuff. Okay. Okay. Hang on, let me shut it off. All right. All right, we'll jump out and we will go ahead and let's put the tune on it and let's see what happens. Because, yep, here comes the storm of. Now, like I said, maybe I don't know enough about it, but whatever. That's what's nice about a manual transmission, though. There's no tuning. There's no transmission tuning, so you shift it yourself. That's awesome. We'll try this right now with the tune. Put the tune on, and if it doesn't, well, there's our answer. At least we tried it. At least we tried it, and I caught it. So you guys get to follow along on this little ordeal with us. So right now, I mean, we'll check it with a tune. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I mean, check it with a tune, and we'll see if it fires with a tune. See if it's because of the EGTs on the bottom is why it quit cranking. But I don't believe that because I've never had it do that before. Never have. It'll always crank endlessly until it fires once. Well, I think. I guess I don't know because it was a fairly long crank. Whatever. So right now, if we tune it and it starts, there's a slight chance in the world. But at the end of the day, what's got to happen is the dash has to come out. And then we got to do programming with the old dash and then try to swap the individual parts and maybe get, like I said, it might take a different PCM. I mean, it might take a different one. There might be channels inside of the PCM on a higher model of truck, like where this came from. Might be a different PCM that has different channels in it that does different functions. I mean, that's very possible. So now's when we do the endless amount of waiting. Go find something else to do because the story of everything. I mean, it's getting there, but nowhere near time fast. Hurry up. Oh, let me throw a little bit out there. I don't know if you guys are watching cryptocurrency. Sell. Get out. We're selling. We're getting out. I'm going for 2 cents. Yeah, 2 cents. I want to get 2 cents. Just a little. There. Yeah. I mean, you could argue that we should have. We very easily could have just left the interior together. I mean, the bonus is you got power windows. The windows work, but the locks don't. Because the locks, just like our liftgate, the locks go through the cluster. So if we was to put the other cluster in right now, the lights will come on, the power locks will work, the windows will work, but it won't crank there either because it's not programmed for it. So right now, let's just see. It looks like we're going to become. You're going to start being able to go in the description, either on our website or somewhere, and get parts. We got Tanner here. Tanner is doing a bunch of IT. I guess you call it IT, I guess. But we're hopefully we can get them itemized and get the exact part numbers for the exact things that you need. He's basically going to just hang out back there for a while because if hopefully we can make it so that you can go down there, go into whatever drop down or whatever it comes out being as the purchase area, and it's going to be Amazon. It's going to be part of Amazon, so it's going to be cheap. I mean, it'll be maybe you got to watch some of their stuff. It'll be fairly cheap. But we'll put them down in there, and I guess it's I guess you can make money off of it. I mean, if you guys go through there and buy it from that, then we get money off of like a commission something because we brought somebody in, and so it might the whole bonus would be is that you would know that is the right part. It's not a superseded part number, or you're not going to wind up getting a freaking coil pack for a 5.4 when you wanted a donut gasket, or something like that. That stuff happens all the freaking time. But it could happen anyways. It could happen that way too. It could happen with the other ones. But I think we're gonna go ahead and do that. Just put them on there. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Right now we got to yank this dash out, so we'll see. Okay, we're gonna try this. We got the tune in it. Let's try this real quick. See if I can get up in here without tearing stuff up. Where you at, Arian? You ready? Here, we'll just listen. Let's see if it cranks. I don't know if it don't crank right now. The dash is coming out. Ready? Let's see what that did to oil level. You can pause it. It's not burning up. Let's let it.
It's not very nice to look at.
Oh, we did. All right, so I might drive it just like this. This dash is on, just to get it bled. How you doing? You back close? Nah, well, we'll see. You ready? Yeah. dropped that much, huh? Wow. Good, that means at least...
Those weren't full.
Hopefully it won't whine. I can't, we're not even touching the charger yet. One more. This is going to be wonderful if it, I mean, I can't even hook to it. I can't hook to it. IDS will not hook. There's no power for it. And there's a good chance that it's not even trying to fire. DGT actuator moving. Here. Oh, then it's not even trying. It was moving. There it goes.
Like protecting your family with life insurance from Ethos to ensure that you never have to tuition.
Alright, let's...
You can apply in minutes online.
We got some oil?
See that
We can pause
fits
it.
you.
Alright, let's try it again.
You can look at it right now and see.
I hope it's trying to fire.
Exactly the same.
Bad thing is, I mean, we can't look at fuel pulse width, we can't look at
And that's right, come on, good
fuel
right there.
pressure.
First one, now just a couple more left to go.
Yeah. You good?
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm not happy with that. I mean, who knows, you know, I mean, we might need to prime it a little bit more. Is the pump running down there?
We timed the two links directly into the existing unibody. How's your chili look, parallel or
Hey,
what?
listen down there.
We're buttoning up the bag mounts, and then we're moving on to
Huh?
turn this into a roaster. Go ahead and tack it.
Does it even cook, man?
Well, I guess we'll try this now. I didn't plug it in. Darian came to the rescue. Fixed the fuel pump. Plugged it in. Let's let it run for a minute. I almost want it to time out. Oh, hell. Let's go. You ready? Let it run a little bit.
Pretty much what we have now on the frame.
Shouldn't have tried to. You're right. I tried to crank it with the fuel pump not plugged in. That's...
Well, it ain't done yet. You have the other half to do. Let's just get
We should have just hooked the jumper to it and turned it on, left it on.
buckle and bend and twist. They'll finish getting these tucked in. I'm gonna go ahead and plug them out. Well, it'll take a while. You don't wanna stay in one spot too long and have it heat up and distort the metal, so you gotta jump around and that's gonna keep
Okay, here we go.
everything
Okay. That's kind of concerning because it should have popped off and fired. Why did it stutter? Hope we don't have... Hope we didn't just put good nozzles on crap injectors.
And dreams.
I don't like that. Almost acting like lifters aren't pumped up. Not. We've had that before. It might have sat too damn long. Might be hard to fire because there ain't no oil in lifters. The hydraulics not pumped up. A lot of times we don't wait this long between after we build the engine to after we fire it up, and they pop right off. Or maybe something else is wrong, causing it to. See, I don't want to sit there and bang on that trying to start because it shouldn't be doing that. It should fire right up. Of course, there could be air in it.
It is a new pump.
Yeah, new pump, all new everything. Could just be air in it. But I don't want to sit there and bang on it and let it spin the starter and try to. That.
Set up a fence on the table
I don't
saw.
like that.
I want 1.5 wide pleats. So cut me some 1.5 wide strips.
Probably got oil pressure now.
Follow the fence, make the first cut,
We'll see.
I'll stack one in, make another. I'm using an inch and a half over. Gives my space.
That ain't no good.
all the way across.
See, things aren't always perfect here.
Looking good. All right, so with that done, as you can see, we've got
I mean, it
the
really
all
could be
the way
fuel, though.
across
I mean,
here.
it could
Everything's
be.
cut,
I
nice
tried to
and
start it
even.
with
Next thing
it,
we'll do, clean up the edges.
I was trying to start it, it wasn't pumping no fuel, so it's just sucking air, as much air as it can out of the pump. And I'll introduce air into it.
Real fruit
We'll try it like for another 5 minutes, and if it don't pop off, then
and chocolatey chunks.
we're gonna take the bleeders off and
Doing
we're gonna bleed
something
it.
good for yourself.
Benjamin, your retailers would like to thank you for supporting your local business.
That ain't good. We need power.
May 19th to May 31st.
So that says something is wrong. Because the brand new set of batteries should have fired the truck. The batteries aren't dead all the way, but something's definitely up. Something's not happy. So, you know, just because the end of the video and the end of the job, everything is all good, doesn't mean it was easy getting there. So, that's it. Have a good day, guys. Okay, now so we might be in a little trouble here. We put nozzles on, and something. It was trying to hydrolock. That's what that noise was. It was trying to hydrolock in that. Remember that gummed up cylinder on cylinder number 1? Now I'm sitting here reconsidering and thinking about it. The bonus would be if we did decide to go down and go ahead and change number 1 injector. It's right there. But what we got to do right now, honestly, is kick it on. Because right now I just hit the remote start wire and it cranks even. It'll go. It'll be fine. Here, let me go ahead and show you. Here, listen to it. Ready? Let me move this. Hang on. Yeah. Okay, we'll hit the remote start wire. Here we go. It's trying to hydrolock when the key's on. See how good that sounds? It's throwing. So it's... Oh, let's hook that remote start wire back up. It's throwing massive fuel into one of the cylinders. So how we can figure that out now... I mean, I hate that. That's a drag. I haven't been in trouble yet from putting nozzles in, but... obviously something's going on. Maybe we put a nozzle in wrong. I don't know. Maybe we did something wrong on. But one of them definitely is. So where we're at right now is I want to go ahead and pull the glow plugs. I mean, we might wind up. We're going to buy whatever injector is leaking past because one of them is screwed up. I mean, it might even be the who knows. But either way, we're taking one of the valve covers off at least. But right now I want to pull all the glow plugs out, and which is a pain in the butt because everything's all clean and all done. This don't happen. I mean, I think the only reason why it's happening is because I was videoing the first start, because I videoed the fire up. That's why. If I wouldn't have videoed it, probably everything would have been fine. So I'm superstitious like that. So right now we'll go ahead and cut this video off. I'll make another one once we figure out what the cylinder is, and then we'll get a game plan. It's not going to be that big of a deal. I mean, an injector overfueling. Yeah, I mean, we can find out which one it is. Get the injector, redo it. Get another one. Maybe I did something with the nozzle. I don't freaking know. Maybe something. I mean, we're only human, you know. We're only human, so something's definitely up. So right now, we're not even going to try to fire it. Let's go back under the hood and figure out what's going on. We got to go to like a regular diag again. What a drag. All right, guys. So we'll cut this off and put it in 33 minutes. Dang, that's long enough. All right, have a good one.